I really appreciate everyone making the time and effort to be here today with us. But now it's my pleasure to introduce our first student speaker. She's someone many of you may already know. She serves as the student body president right here at MJC. She's an honor student, a member of the speech and debate team, currently in her third year, and this fall she'll be headed towards UC Berkeley. Please welcome Celeste Randolph.
Politics gets treated like a bad fire. It's something that burns out on its own, we need to stay away from, and it's far from us. That is not true though, as fire is so much more than that. It is passionate, alive, and it is light. Democracy and its regular citizens are not independent from each other, rather than the literal opposite and depend on one another to exist. Democracy is that beautiful blaze, but we are that match that keeps it going. I will be presenting some of my points here today with quotes. How, firstly, democracy dies in darkness. Democracy is not a state, but an action. And all politics is local. First off, democracy dies in darkness, the slogan of Washington Post. This is very important, as it doesn't take a coup or an extreme action for democracy to die out. Democracy is like a fireplace. You have to constantly keep feeding the flames and the passion going to keep it alive. Once we let institutions do whatever they want and without facing accountability or consequences, the flame burns out. We often see this. People act like it's too big of a problem or not their problem at all. This is the consequences that we face as our fire will burn out. When we act like it's not something we need, we no longer have what we took for granted. We are in a time where people do not want to vote, research, or get involved, which creates isolation that is common within politics. However, this is a need for democracy is togetherness. It must come together one by one to keep it strong. We have to constantly push for leaders and institutions to have transparency, and we also have to remember politics is not just at the federal level. It is even within locally, as all politics are local, by Tip O'Neill. Politics is not just a wildfire we see at the Capitol in DC. It matters within this county, the city, and even the school. They are abstract debates. They are real, everyday realities. But here's the problem. People pay more attention to national levels, thinking that local levels don't matter, and seeing how that affects its own community. It creates a gap. Because decisions that affect our everyday lives are often made by local leaders, by school boards, city council members, and community leaders. If we ignore local politics, we're ignoring the level of democracy that impacts us the most. We take a lot for granted on what makes our community a community. It's us. It's all of us in this room, in this city, in this county. We all have to do it together. We have to step up to make something a better place, something we can enjoy instead of dread. Events like something like this happen because of community and student leaders. Just like how these events don't come out of thin air, neither do the people. Democracy needs everyone to be involved to be effective. John Lewis once said, democracy is not a state, it's an act. We all have our matches, it's up to us whether or not we decide to light fire in them. We can't assume that someone else will take on our burdens. Sometimes we have to take matters into our own hands. I mentioned earlier that the fire burns out when we don't keep it alive. We must do our part to keep it lit. We have to be the ones to make that change happen, especially within our own community. You, me, all of us together. We can keep our institutions and leaders accountable. It is up to us to stay informed and to speak up. We have to be the change that we so desperately need. We bring community together and define what it is. We the people is a constitution starts with it to stay true to this very day. As mentioned before, politics is fire, but not the one you typically think of. It is passionate, alive, and life. Democracy is nothing without its people. Throughout my points today, democracy dies in darkness. Democracy is a state, not a state, but an act. And all politics is local. All quotes we shouldn't just think of, but actually should be doing. To prove how democracy is that beautiful blaze, but we are the match that keeps it going. We are the people, we are the democracy, and we are the flame. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celeste. Berkeley is gaining our best. Let's give her another round of applause.